what is the roadmap? Roadmap is a thought process. But remember one thing: don't go into so many planning that you are losing time. Because remember, if you do multi-months, multi-year planning, and we don't start small, and then we are not following a small or lean principle where it start small and then grow from there, then we might end up with a new technology. So we are planning on taking assumption of some technology stack, and then one year we spend doing that, and next year there's a new technology. So again we are back to square one. So we need to plan, put together a nice roadmap, start with the cultural shift, put some KPI metrics around it, so you can when you are steering the transformation, you are able to see those inputs like ROE must increase, operating cost must go down, number of staff we should train, they should have this technical skill set, migration of the cloud should be this percentage this year. All those KPI you can do that, and inshallah TAIF is available. Discuss with us. We can put together a roadmap for you, just based on your unique situation, because every bank has their unique position, right? It's small, especially when it comes from small to medium and medium to big bank, different approach. Uh, Apply integration or API first approach. Follow the open API or some structured API framework, so you are able to connect. That's very important. Follow the composable architecture. Once you have a good API hooks host, you can based on microservices, you can compose your target tech stack. Go for cloud. Naturally, there will be some. So you will be thinking that regulators are not allowing us, but trust me, talk to regulators, try to put together your plan and present them, and then inshallah they will support you. There are ways to do it. I had a chance to work with the Indonesian regulator very closely, alhamdulillah, and they are really flexible when it comes to Islamic finance, because our governments and regulators are also supporting Islamic finance growth, right? They want to do aggressively. So if we come up with a solution, I'm sure inshallah there will be some way. Um, See this, we need to put together speed enablers there, promote experiments, sense the market dynamics, whatever is changing is happening, realign, reposition our products and services to that. The entire approach should be data driven. Remember that digital banking transformation begins with the quality data. So if we are thinking that we will be able to operate into silos data, then it's not going to work out. Approach must be data driven, and then so make sure that once you have data, it's not lying there. You use some tool, put together analytics insight, depending on the job position. Executive, for example, should have the metrics, telemetry in front of that. Use AI ops, and inshallah sometime later inshallah we'll try to do AI ops webinar also. Leverage on SaaS as much as you can. Don't go for, if infrastructure is available in the cloud, don't replicate that, right? Use infrastructure as code. Now you can just code infrastructure, and you will have the infrastructure ready. Whatever you need is there. Much robust, with very low latency, with high backup level, more resilient, more robust, more ready for more ready with the cyber security certification, for example. Agile, we discussed. Now one level down, apply the DevOps principle. The culture should be frictionless, because DevOps supports is the only way, I would say, to support the digital initiative at the organization levels. Google, Netflix, Airbnb, they all follow DevOps principle, which is CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery. You are able to experiment, roll out product pretty fast, and inshallah later on we will discuss about. We'll have a focus webinar on DevOps, inshallah. And these are the courses also we're going to be launching. So we understood, what transformation factors are, right? What we need to do. Then we understood what sort of roadmap and we need to put together. Then let's go one level down. Today we are asset heavy. In the roadmap, when we are discussing the asset heaviness of the bank, such as I have multiple system for to deliver multiple services. Now, how can I start shifting from that asset heavy to the light platform, the digital platform, which are more decoupled? An example is in the asset heavy world. Just like we have a monolith, big application, bulk application, and then if we do some change on one application, it might affect the other application, because they are tightly covered, they are integrated tightly. And remember that tangle diagram. So they are just like it's a mess. But inshallah, there are ways to do untangle it. We can start with decoupling those. So take high priority services and then start decoupling it, and then making them in a small, putting them into a small containers, or which are called microservices. This is what we call microservice architecture. Start putting them into containers, and then they will be decoupled slowly. And again, as I mentioned, that you will be seeing the benefits. Uh, Own the integration layer by building a strong microservice architecture. This is where your digital platform should be going. Then let's comparing the asset heavy architecture today, or infrastructure today versus the digital platform infrastructure. We see that with the asset heavy today we have a linear growth, right? We are not hyper growing, just like the other banks we will see they are able to hyper growth fast, right? Millions of million customer in years. Uh, but with the digital platform we are able to have achieve the exponential growth, and this is, I think this is right aligned with with our pressing desire of inshallah growing the Islamic finance asset, right? So this is perfectly aligned with that.
Islamic finance learning made simple and memorable.